Good afternoon, my dear brothers and sisters. From the Acts of the Apostles, we hear the story of the early Christian community, their ups and downs, their successes and their failures. Yesterday, we heard the story of Stephen, who was stoned to death because he proclaimed Christ. And here in this today's first reading, what we heard is the severe persecution that came after the death of Stephen. The first early Christians, the early Christians for the first time experienced severe persecution. Ang mga unang Kristiyano, ang mga unang alagad ni Jesus, ang mga tagasunod ni Jesus ay nakaranas ng mga pag-uusig. You know, persecution is always negative. Persecution is something that is always bringing suffering. And because of this persecution, it is said that all who were followers of Jesus except the apostles were scattered. Nagkawatak-watak ang mga alagad ni Jesus. But if you listen carefully, towards the end of this reading, it was said, there was great joy in the city. There was great joy in the city. Where did that joy come from? Alam nyo, si Pope Francis na ang kamatayan ay first anniversary, ay ginunita natin kahapon. Whenever he celebrated Mass with a group of Filipino OFWs, whether in Rome or some other parts of the Italy, he would almost always describe the Filipinos, the OFWs, as smugglers of the faith. Contrabandista de la fe. Smuggler. He was saying this not to downgrade the Filipinos, but to give emphasis to the fact that these Filipinos were not only working abroad, they were also smuggling the faith. Yung pananampalataya. Hindi sa pamamagitan ng kanilang mga pangangaral, many of our OFWs are not preachers. Many are domestic helpers. Some are IT workers. There are also workers, health workers, like nurses and doctors. And yet, they are not only doing their job, they're also doing the proclamation of the faith by their lives. Now, iisipin natin, sila'y umalis ng Pilipinas, hindi dahil sila'y mayaman dito, di ba? Mahirap ang buhay nila. Nahihirapang pagtagpuin yung mga dulot-dulo ng buhay. They're struggling. The family is struggling. They need to earn more. They cannot earn that money they need here. So they go abroad. At kung tatanungin ko yung mga OFWs, malamang kung papipiliin sila, sasabihin nila na kung meron lang maayos na trabaho dito sa Pilipinas, hindi ako aalis ng bansa eh. Mahirap iwan ang sariling pamilya. Mahirap iwan yung mga mahal sa buhay. Lumalaki yung mga anak mo, hindi mo nakikita. Gumagraduate o tumatanggap ng honors, kung minsan hindi ka makauwi dahil tambak ang trabaho sa ibang bansa. So out of poverty, they went to other countries to work. And yet, for Pope Francis, their going to other countries is a blessing because they become smugglers of the faith. Parang katulad ng ganyan ang nangyari sa mga unang Kristiyano. Nagkaroon ng pag-uusig at upang takasan yung pag-uusig, nagpunta sila sa iba't ibang lugar at iba't ibang bansa. Sabi dito sa Judea, sa Samaria, no, na hindi nila pinupuntahan dahil sila ay mga Hudyo, pero sila ay nagpunta. At dahil doon, na ikalat ang mabuting balita. Marami ang nakakilala tungkol kay Jesus. At meron nga silang pinuntahan si Felipe, no? Sila'y natuwa sa mga narinig nila kay Felipe at sila'y nabinyagan. You see, persecution is a difficult thing. It's not something that we look forward to. And yet, when we look at persecution in a positive way, persecution becomes a source of blessing, a channel of grace. That's the reason why there is great joy in that city. Imagine kung walang persecution, mananatili lang siguro yung mga unang Kristiyano sa Jerusalem. Doon lang sila, panatag na sila doon eh. At hindi siguro lumawak ang mga nakakaalam kay Kristo. Mga minamahal kong Kristiyano, sa buhay natin kumisan, may mga pangyayaring hindi maganda. May mga pangyayaring ikinalulungkot natin. But always think this way. Always, there is something beautiful that will come out of it. Anumang mabigat, masakit, malungkot na pangyayari sa buhay natin, lagi there is something beautiful that will come out of it. Maaaring hindi nyo makita ngayon, pero darating ang araw, maiintindihan ninyo. Kung babalikan ninyo yung buhay ninyo, hindi ba, kumisan may mga pangyayari sa buhay nyo na malungkot, nagtampo kayo sa Diyos. Pero ngayon, babalikan nyo, sasabihin nyo, kaya pala nangyari yon. Because God will not allow anything negative to happen unless He will be able to draw something positive out of it. Ngayon, kung hindi pa natin nakikita yung positive, parating pa lang yon. Parating pa lang yon. Kasi ang ating Diyos ay isang Diyos nang laging iniisip ay ang kabutihan at kaligtasan natin. Kung hinahayaan niya, hindi niya gusto, pero kung hinahayaan niya ang isang malungkot o tragic na pangyayari sa buhay natin, hindi niya ito pinigilan, alam niya, merong ibubunga itong mas mabuti. Look at Jesus Christ. God allowed His Son to die on the cross. Sasabihin nun siguro, Diyos siya bakit hindi niya pinigilan yung kamatayan ng kanyang anak? Di ba? Diyos siya. Bakit hinayaan niya yung paghihirap ng kanyang anak? Kasi alam ng Diyos na mula sa kamatayan ng kanyang anak ay mabubuksan na muli ang langit. Always remember this. When something painful happens to us, let us always say, something beautiful will come out of it. Amen.